What up, YouTube? It's the RPG Machine 86 here, and you have to forgive me a little bit because I'm a little lackluster in the energy. I just got off work. I'm pretty freaking tired right now, but I'm going to do this because I promised you every Sunday I'd have a different gaming question, and this one's pretty cool because it's about one of my favorite things. Just one thing real quick I wanted to point out, just for the people that watch my videos that are into metal, I am a huge fan of metal. I have been in a metal band since the age of 13, well, let's see, probably like 14, 15 on. Most recently was in a death metal band, pretty extreme death metal band. Anyway, that's not the point. In every one of these Sunday gaming questions, I want to wear a different metal band t-shirt. This is a Himsa shirt. Himsa is a great metal band. You should check them out. They're really sweet. Awesome guitar licks. The reason that I'm bringing this up is just because anybody that watches these videos that's into metal, and I know I have friends out there that do, like Sick Cooper, I know he likes metal, Cynical Enigma, you know, tons of people out there. So if you happen to see me wearing a metal shirt of a band you like, hit me up in some comments and be like, you know, hey, awesome shirt. Yeah, that's comments. That's the code for comments when you're typing on your keyboards here on the internets. On to the question. Today's question is inspired by the Castlevania games. I love the Castlevania games. I grew up with these games. Like, I remember getting the first Castlevania and the third. It's funny because I got the second one when I was a kid, but I don't remember it at all because I remember playing it and just getting so frustrated because unfortunately I was not a wealthy kid. I could not afford Nintendo Power or anything like that. My parents had way more important things to do, like putting food on the table, than to get me Nintendo Power, you know, so that is what it is. That's cool. So I didn't know any of the secrets in 2, so that just blew my mind. But just real quick, I just wanted to talk about the games that I have of the Castlevania series, and then we'll move on to the question. So the games that I have the first one, of course, the second, and the third. These are all on the NES. Great, awesome titles. The second one is looked at in 2 different lights. Some people hate it, some people think it's a cool game. For me, playing it as a kid, I hated it. Playing it as an adult now, it's frustrating, but I kind of understand what they were trying to do. They were just trying to be different. But this one's awesome, and we're going to come back to this one. And yes, Brian Wakefield owned this before me, and he decided to leave his phone number, so thank you, Brian. For the Super Nintendo, I have Castlevania 4, Super Castlevania 4, I should say. This is a must-have for the Super Nintendo. If you have a Super Nintendo and you don't have Super Castlevania 4, you're doing yourself an injustice. Graphics are top-notch. You can whip in 8 different directions with your whip, and you can even just like move the whip around. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen it. Like, look up some gameplay footage of this. It's, like I said, Castlevania 4, it's a must-have if you have a Super Nintendo. Speaking of must-haves, if you like Castlevania and you don't have Castlevania Symphony of the Night, then you probably have been living under a rock. Because this could be the best Castlevania game ever made, just because the graphics have been improved so much since it's on PlayStation that, like, this is still a playable game today because they happen to decide to go 2D with it. And I mean, a 2D side-scroller is timeless at this point. the PS2 ones, I'll tell you that much. But it's still not exactly the same, but it is alright. You know, pick it up for cheap. But this Castlevania 3, and yes, I'm covering up Brian's name because I don't want anybody calling him. I mean, if that's even his fucking phone number anymore. But Dracula's Curse, Castlevania 3. This game is fucking awesome. It's my favorite Castlevania game ever. It's so much fun. The music's fucking awesome. You can play as other characters. You can play as a guy that climbs on the walls. You can play as a guy that shoots ice. You can play as Alucard, who is the lead character in this one, which is awesome. But we're not talking about that. But still, it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. It's an awesome, awesome game. So why doesn't Castlevania 3 get more respect? My question to you guys is, do you like Castlevania 3? And explain to me why and why you don't. Because I want to know why people don't like this game, or why people don't give it as much respect as the original, because this game kicks ass. Thanks to the people that did video responses and left comments in the last video. This is the RPG Machine 86 saying, peace!